Aberrus then.
And some voidy stuff too, because I had a small mental breakdown today.
Good. Of course, everyone. Here be spoilers. Here be spoilers. Mm-hmm. I mean, number one, even looking at Aberrus looks pretty cool.
Why is that Cthulhu shaped?
Yeah, it's also Cthulhu shaped, which you pointed out.
Cthulhu plus Midgar.
The secret laboratory that was hidden within Zarla Cavern and is where the Earth Warden Altharian housed his darkest experiments and succumbed to the old gods.
Seconded.
It has 9 bosses.
Yep.
Which I'm happy with. At the end of the day, if they said 14 bosses, I'd say, oh, I'm too tired, I'm too sleepy. But 8 to 9 actually feels pretty good for a tier. And I'd rather have 8 to 9, but like the average quality's up there, than them having to just do more bosses, but they're not as good.
I'd love like 6, to be honest. But then I'm very sleepy. Yeah, very good.
Yeah. So we got simultaneous release, of course, which
some people are upset about. Some people don't care, and it's very funny. But yeah, touch grass.
Scripe's tweet.
Touch grass. Yeah, Scripe's so funny all the time.
God,
I love Scripe. Yeah.
Yeah, Scripe and Sloot have both been funny back the last few days.
Oh, it was Sloot's tweet whenever it was the Shadowflame crests were announced, and he just went, "Crests? Where have I seen those before?" And posted the Diablo Immortal crest. I was like, "Oh my god, Sloot, you're fishing with a net today." He's not got a rod; he's got a net. Oh, he's very funny. He's very funny. But yes.
But guess who's not in the raid?
In the raid?
Frack,
yeah.
Frack, I still doing it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's not in the raid.
Yeah, Farrak is not there.
Let's talk about the raids. So we got the Discarded Works, the Fury of the Giants, Neltharion Shadow, and Edge of the Void.
Yep. I wonder what we could be finding down there. Ha ha ha.
So, we have got 2 powerful Jaredine Elders.
Interesting that Zakali sounds a little bit like Ankiraji or something like that.
So it does.
A little bit.
So we've basically got Shadowflame Elders. Mm-hmm. There are world bosses. Who knows? Hopefully they get to put some narrative in here. Because
interesting. One is lava, one is Shadowflame, and they fight each other. Sick.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, pity they're world bosses, though, so they'll probably not matter. Imagine if this was a 2-boss raid. Wouldn't that have been cool? Anyway. Our bosses, then. Is this in order?
Yes.
Our first boss is this.
Our first boss is Deathwing Mini, yeah.
All right, yeah. Kazara. So, before Deathwing, there were many attempts to infuse a subject with Shadowflame. Only one survived, which is this one, living in excruciating pain. And is now, Guardian of the Shadowed Crucible. All right, cool. Big Elementium Dragon.
Oh, the concept art was beautiful, the way they described it.
Oh, it really is, yeah.
Oh, I do see an interesting split, though.
Oh.
Because it says there, Shadowflame energy was used to reanimate them. That's how it was described in the concept art, but now it is that Kazara's the only one who survived. So that's an interesting, very slight difference in how it's framed. I think, because I know some people were saying, oh, with Shadowflame resurrects. Oh, is that why they're seeking it? The Incarnates are seeking it to get Razageth back. And then obviously you look at, you look at Nixia, you look at what Nefarian was up to, and you go, oh yeah, it was a little bit of the resurrection there. But instead they went from where they just, no, they're not reanimated, here's the one who survived the harrowing process of transformation, which is very good.
Yeah, then we've got Molgoth. Hello, Molgoth. Oh, and also Moltania and Krosgix.
Krosgoth, apparently, according to the paragraph below.
Some boys. Next, then, we've got the Drakthir that could have been, where we have a thin, a thick with many C's, and then just a strong. So some sort of council fight with a bunch of shadow flamey Drakthir.
We've got the... should I say it? I'll say it. We've got the Kuma Drakthir up there.
Fantastic. Okay. Then we have... so Warlords against the Crucible. That is one of the things. So this is essentially loads of different factions who are trying to grab the power that is here.
Yep.
We've got Rashok. Oh, Big Jaredine. Yeah, looks cool. Who was once their leader, but was imprisoned within these halls. Molten blood constantly siphoned to power the Crucible. The Elder was kept on the brink of death, driving him mad. Due to the recent chaos, he's broken his restraints. Rightly wants a, bit of... bit of revenge. We've got Skran.
Zaskarn.
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 Okay.
Yeah, it's a big draggy thing.
We got one of these, and now we can talk about the actual lore stuff. There he is.
It's him.
Yep.
I think it's very cool that the last time we saw Neltharion. No, the last time we. No, this doesn't make sense. Echo of Neltharion, end time. It was the echo of all the people. That's what I'm trying to say. I just completely fumbled my delivery.
Notice it's not called the liquid Neltharion, is it?
Yeah, that's not. Or the methods of Neltharion.
Yeah.
Or the BDGG of Neltharion. Yeah,
So
you're
of course
right.
this is foreshadowing that Echo will win the race again.
Really? They would do that? Wow. I should
Impossible.
go put money on it, maybe. Other than the Nihilum of Tharion.
I don't know why it's so much more funny to poke fun at Liquid.
Because they take it...
also-
they take it very seriously, which is
Yeah.
fair because it's a very serious affair.
Oh, $700 million
It's a-
valuation.
yeah, it's
Liquid, big esports. Esports is not a scam. Don't worry.
Yeah, whereas
It's all revenue positive.
whereas Echo are just a load of Europeans being good at video games and having the crack. Which really underplays how much effort they put in. But at the same time, that's the vibe they give off.
No, it's funny. So we've got basically an Echo of Deathwing,
Yeah.
which has got class calls, which
Not,
is kind
not
of
an
fun.
Echo of Deathwing. Echo of Neltharion.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's before he was Deathwing. But these class calls are very funny. Very funny. Yeah, you should see the Rogue one. I nearly split when I saw that.
Corrupts the rogue's natural treachery, causing them to shadow step to an ally and stab them in the back.
I think that's very fun.
Oh, let's see, what will mine be? Ah, good.
You fear? Oh, and you're out. You're bench, mate.
Imagine if I PI'd him and then you all died.
Oh no, wait, it's okay because John will be playing Shaman, so he can just tremor totem. Sweet,
Easy.
You can come. What is it? Oh, the druids is wild shapeshift. We shapeshift randomly every 6 seconds. Ha! Cool. Very good.
Boy.
Very good. Well, the demon. Oh, hang on. Actually, look at the Demon Hunter one because I saw the meme one, but not the real one. Ah, unfortunate. Because there was a meme one which was Demon Hunters get an additional button in the rotation, and now I have to press it. That's it. Which is a bit unfair because Demon Hunter, this expansion, actually is like it does have a decent skill cap with movement and stuff like that. So, there.
And then we have the final boss of the raid, which is not Farak.
Yellow Man Blue.
It is Yellow Man Blue,
Yep.
who is the, sort of rug pull antagonist of Death Stranding 2.
It's. Do you know Yellow Man's a kind of sweet kind of candy?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it's very
You
tasty.
get it in Northern Ireland.
Yeah, it's really.
Is it a thing
okay.
that we do? Is it a here thing?
I think it's a here
Because
thing.
I mean,
yeah.
it's just honeycomb, but it's called Yellow Man for some reason.
Yeah, Yellow Man.
Which also, I'm just realizing a lot of people will say, excuse me?
Yeah, it's bright yellow toffee texture honeycomb. Yeah, so that's.
You'd always get a bag of Yellow Man on your way back from the Giant's Causeway.
Yeah,
And then some dulls.
some
Delicious dulls. I kind of like dulls.
Of course you do.
Of course I do, yeah. I could drink vinegar.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
You could. You mean you do at your desk? You fucking melt.
I don't
Anyway.
drink the desk vinegar, man. No, I would not drink malt vinegar. The only vinegar that I would
okay.
confess to having an odd sip of is, nice balsamic glaze. And you just kind of go, you put it aside. And you're like,
Very good. Very good. Anyway, let's talk about Sarkarath.
I'm fucked. Yes, so Sarkarath. Yes, Scale Commander Sarkarath. Formerly one of the 5 Scale Commanders, broke away, rebelled against the Dragonflights, leads an army into Neltharion's shadowed cube to claim the power and use it to overthrow the aspects.
Yep.
Interjection!
Why is he so blue? The void's not blue. The void's purple. What's going on? I'm confused. What are these items?
Let's have a little listen then.
What are these items?
The voice of the silent star.
Stars?
No, silent star. Silent star.
Star's a planet. What's that got to do with the void?
Wrong game.
I'm confused. Yeah, right enough.
Yeah, what is the silent star? Where is the silent star? Is it a black hole? Is it voice of a black hole? Who knows? Also, envoy to the empty. Briefly open a pair of gates to the void to redirect the orbit of Anshul, the cosmic wanderer, through your target, dealing cosmic damage split between all nearby enemies. So, if we, sort of put these things together.
Yeah, like a 1 plus a 2. No, a 1 plus a 1, and that's lower.
Yeah, 2 plus 1 equals 3.
Quick mathematics. Rapid mathematics.
So, Anshul is the silent star.
No.
What?
No, not necessarily, no.
Well, maybe he is.
No.
Well, okay, think
He's
about
a cosmic wanderer.
So I'll put it how, yeah. No, but I was thinking about this in a sort of like, okay, so Anshe Musha,
Yes.
right?
Don't forget Lucio.
And Losho, yeah. They're all celestial in nature. So that we have an Anshul that's also some celestial body.
That is a cosmic wanderer.
A cosmic wanderer. Do you know what it makes you think of? A rogue planet. Do you know? Oh, hang on. Hang on. Hang on. What if they saw that Kurzgesagt video about life on a rogue planet underneath the crust? And they, I don't know, who the fuck knows? Or maybe they watched that Lars von Trier movie. The one that has the big bad at the end and the person cries. No, it's Lars von Trier. It's a weird pervert movie. That's everything Lars von Trier does. Fucking some J-Bam and shit. Anyway, so I just like this. Okay, hang on. What is Curse thought? Whatever this Anshul is might be connected to Anshe.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Hang on.
So I had thoughts about this.
Light and dark. Darkness and light.
Yeah.
Destiny 2 Lightfall.
If you scroll down, I have thoughts on this.
Oh my god, there he is.
Jump scared by me from a couple months ago.
Musha, Elune decided to watch over Azeroth. Anshe, or Anshul, decided to take the fight to the Void, or the next threat itself. Hence Cosmic Wanderer, not Void damage, meaning it could very well be a holdout. They're actually not the sun and moon. It's all metaphor easy.
Yep.
Whoa.
This was basically my thought process was, what if Anshe became Anshul over time? Or it's an alternate name or something. In the same way that Musha is Elune. It's obviously very similar. It could be the An part could actually be like, oh, it's part of like a family or part of a system or like part of a naming convention. But I just went, okay, so a lot of this comes from the Eyes of the Earth Mother. And the point was, Anshe was wounded and Elune was tasked with looking over him. Sorry, Musha was tasked with looking over him. And then they were sent into space by the Earth Mother, by Azeroth, theoretically, to watch over from above and to avoid the corruption. So what if it's all metaphorical and they're not actually the sun and the moon? Because that wouldn't make any sense. Because you can't be a sun and also a person. Basically, as far as we understand anyway. Maybe you can. But you think of metaphorical, etc. And then you go, okay, well, Cosmic Wanderer. What would you be doing wandering the cosmos if you were Anshe or related to Anshe? Well, Lune's still there, and Lune watches over. So you could imagine, in this context of a sister and a brother, you could imagine the brother going to war and the sister looking after the home, especially with Losho being the younger sister. You could see that being a pretty classical, like, mythological story. Oh, yeah, and it's a sun and the moon and the second moon and stuff like that. You could imagine that going, and you go, yeah, that's basically it. That's where my thoughts sort of ended. But it was more or less, I could see the potential of it being a metaphorical story for what they did in going into the void. And this, this opposite end god. Especially because you think about the... Sorry, Scott. If Anshe is Anshul, then who was phone? God, that's an old one. Jesus Christ. But yeah, no, I see people suggest there that... Shandon says maybe Anshul's a Dark Naru version of Anshe as a potentiality. That's where I talk about the voice of a silent star. Every time the cosmos has been mentioned in World of Warcraft recently, it's always been voidy in nature. Obviously, the Twisting Nether is no longer the void; it's just space. But there is that. Yeah, Twisting Nether used to be like the fell place where all the demons went, and then there was like it's just space, whatever else. Or is it?
No, the Great Dark is still separate from the Twisting Nether.
Oh yeah, you're right. Anyway, never.
Let's to the side.
Never mind that. Okay, so Silent Star sounds like a black hole, but then as Alarian points out, Naru have a history of being called stars because they did the space travel and they're very glowy. I'm assuming that's where it comes from. But last time we heard it was a dark star. The last time there was someone with star in, I would say the Emerald Star being Arcus. The star. Okay, Silent Star, is that a world soul that's quiet? Is that a world soul that was silenced? Something like that. Is it a void world soul that the Neltharion tapped into? Or was led to over some sort of cosmic gap? Or something along those lines? But fundamentally, it's like the... that's a good point, Azura. Anshe was wounded by the shadow in the story, so it's possibly darkened over time. And yes, Spot the Spy, Star Augur Atreus. When we see Star Augur Atreus, what's the things he points out? There's a big one covered by demons. There's a big one covered by the void. So every time it's been star, every time it's been cosmic in nature, and I mean literally cosmic in terms of not like Shadowlands where, off to the different realms, cosmic, that's a fucking planet. We're going through space, it's a planet.
Light year over there.
Yeah, and then, there's the Dark Star. There's all those things that are all Naru, all void. Not void in the old god sense, because there's definitely a schism there, where void is planets flying about and weird stuff. The old gods are a little bit more planetary and cunning, and there seems to be a little bit of a divide between them in some capacity, just in they're not the same entity. They maybe work, the old gods maybe work for the Void Lords, but it's definitely different. So I'm just thinking, we're definitely going to space. We're going more to space. We're going more to space than we did before, probably. And it's all very much being super, and now actually, it's going to be the next expansion.
You heard it here first. The next expansion.
Sorry, no. I'm telling lies.
So the world revamps the next expansion. The expansion after that is this.
Yeah, and I'll tell you my logic.
Yeah.
Remember, Legion, everyone?
Yeah.
What came 2 expansions after Legion?
Shadowlands.
Correct. What was the last boss of Shadowlands? What was the boss in what was the boss in Legion? That was all about death and hinted heavily at death in ways we didn't know before.
Argus.
The Titan of Death. Remember the way that whenever I'm sorry to bring back the traumatic memory. I'm very sorry to do this to you.
Chuckler.
Remember at the beginning of Shadowlands, all those 400 years ago now, in terms of memory gaps, we broke the helm and we pulled the helm and it was this black and blue portal that opened beneath us. That was the spell effect that Argus used. Argus used that spell effect in his attacks.
Shit.
So I have a decent. So more or less, this to me is going to make me think all this cosmic stuff, all this void stuff, all this, and especially because we see the colors, we see the language being built, we see tons of icons through this raid, which I'm not sure if they're here. Shara, Zalatath, all been built up. Medivh's off doing some stuff. I'm not sure how the light stuff fits into it because it definitely will in some capacity, but we're definitely going to the void after the world revamp. We're setting up here. If there's not going to be a world revamp, we're going to look real fucking dumb. But yeah, very much. I think this is all them very not even hiding. They're going, oh yeah, here's us seeding these concepts, seeding these ideas, and even if they aren't, I'm definitely speaking to myself here. But see all this cosmic stuff, all this not the cosmic Shadowlandsy stuff, but all the star, the silent star, the dark star, the envoy to the empty, all this the cosmic wonder, all that stuff is really cool and I really like it. That's why I'm so excited because it's cool.
I'm down for all that. I just want the story to be good.
Yeah. Or Zakaria says we don't go to them, they come to Azeroth. Yeah, I'd prefer that, though. I wouldn't mind going on one planetary adventure as long as it's a planet and not a weird realm.
Yeah. Hey, Draenor was cool.
So, Argus was super cool.
Here's the Shadow Flame flavored.
There's all the cosmic icons just up there.
Yep, all these icons too.
Yep, look, you can see that's a very clear aesthetic they're building, which I think is sick.
Yeah, it looks cool. For our class trinkets then. Right, so Echo of Niltharin, the penultimate boss, drops 3 class trinkets that interact with your main cooldowns and abilities. So we've got the Idol of Chaotic Arrogance. Sounds good. Which basically just gives you primary stat for 12 seconds, and the damage you receive is increased by 5%.
Please, thanks. Don't use this, please. Thank you.
We've got Debilitating Arrogance, which basically just primary stat, but you bleed while you get your primary stat. And Domineering Arrogance, where you will, yes, also get primary stat, but be slowed by 10%. So they are having some fun with those. And then our very rare items are the Seething Black Dragon Scale.
Yeah, the Pantheon trinket was so good.
Yeah, call upon an Echo of Niltharin's power to crash into the ground below you, dealing Shadow Flame damage to nearby enemies if you've traveled at least 15 yards. And then there'll be another one that's an Agi Staff. Oh, that's good for you.
Yep. Theoretically.
I
might actually try bounce.
Whoa.
It depends on how our red comp looks. Because we're too melee stacked, I might just go bounce. Especially because if I'm going to talk all this good shit about liking stars, I'm going to want to use Stellar Flare. Also, the fact that they're reworking bounce again.
Oh yeah,
makes me kind of go
again.
Yeah, they're fixing loads of problems. They've like listed all the major problems that people have. I'm like, we're going to fix all these. We're like, go for it.
This shit's
absolutely,
insane.
thank you. Because I might finally go to try properly. And also, I do want to be a caster for a while, just because I love melee, but I do want to get a whole spectrum understanding.